Okay, folks, it's time to back up the truck to head outdoors to see the one and only.
Hey there, folks, this is Big Doug Outdoors here. Today we're going to do a little, review about a crossbow here. You have to forgive me for not being out there doing some deer hunting or fishing here lately. It's just been really rough getting out and doing these things for you guys to view. Have some good footage and stuff for you. But anyways, hopefully this weekend coming, knock on wood, we'll be out there in the deer woods trying to do a little video or maybe take a doe or so, or even a big old buck. But anyways, what I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about is about this crossbow that I got right here, leaning up against me here, this one here. It's an SA Sports. I don't know what the SA stands for. I'm not for sure. You can pick these up at Rural King. They sell them for around $100. And this, and actually we ended up getting it from Rural King, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, it shoots really decent for being $100 little crossbow. It's a cheap one, folks. I mean, you're not going to be expecting to get a lot out of this crossbow. 40 yards is a max that I would shoot with this thing, and it boils down to on how you cock in this crossbow to shoot it. It comes with a cocking rope, like right here. This is what a cocking rope is. That was not made for this crossbow. It's made for a Barnett that my son has, but it ended up blowing up on him, and he's got to get some stuff worked on. But this here is a scope. It came off of it. He let me put it on here to use it for a little while. The scope I had on here is a red dot, which works to me better than just having a regular scope that comes with this crossbow, because it does come with the scope. It doesn't do very well after so long. It ends up breaking. It's not a very good crossbow scope. So I mean, again, you know, I wasn't expecting much for $100, folks. The ups about it is I really like the idea that it's no cam. It's a single. I mean, it's a little like a recurve style crossbow. It makes it nice when you get out there, you know, for somebody who's starting out. All this mechanical stuff that can go wrong really can't go really that much wrong. And plus, it's really nice that the company stands behind their product. Like, for instance, I had it for a year, almost a year. Take that back. It wasn't very long. And the limb ended up separating in here in the joint, right up in here. So I got a hold of the guy, the manager or whatever it was, and the guy was pretty grateful to send me a new one, and I sent him the old one to him, and he thanked me for, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, being there and being polite and everything, not being rude. But anyways, it helped out quite a bit, and then I ended up happened to buy a new string last year, which is really nice because you can buy the strings for this a lot cheaper than you pay for, like for instance, my big 10-point crossbow that's got the cams and everything. That thing is expensive. It cost me a little over $100 to have new string put on it. And this one, I think it was 10 or 12 bucks. You can pick them up at a Rural King, carries them on hand sometimes, or you can order them online. So that's a big plus right there. And again, you know, it's a simple. It's got a safety switch here, you know, on and off. Whenever you use the crossbow, folks, whenever you go to cock one, make sure you got your safety on for firing, because if you don't, it's gonna come back and it ain't gonna cock, and you can either potentially hurt yourself or have a dry fire on your crossbow and damage it. So again, you know, make sure you keep it in fire stage all times before cocking it and stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to go through this little crossbow for you guys, and hopefully it'll work out for you, and show you a little video footage of me shooting it out there, because I think it would help. To be able to use, back up here, I hate talking so much in video, but to be able to use a scope on here, this one specifically, because the way that the height of this scope is, I don't like that because it makes it hard. I don't know if maybe it's just this scope or what that I put on here, but to be able to use it, I had it adjusted almost all the way down, and I backed it off because you ain't supposed to max out the crosshairs in any type of scope. So I turned around, set it to 2 on here on this little dial right here. That tells you your shooting, for your distance basically. And I set it at 2, got it zeroed in at 10 and 20 yards, and then to be able to get my 30-yard pin, I have to set it at the 3 on here and use the third pin that's inside here, or crosshairs in here, to be able to get this to work out well. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys watch the video and hope you enjoy it. Alright, so stay tuned. So here we go, folks. I hope you enjoy my little video and get ready to post for you guys. But as we're cocking this bow, I'm going to talk to you guys through this whole situation, what's going on here. Highly recommend getting you some good rail lube, folks. I think it'll help you out and potentially save your life, or save you from getting hurt especially. But anyways, it'll keep that string from chafing and busting on you. And as I'm getting all set up here, I want to mention too that whenever you do sight your crossbow or bow, whatever you're using to use with the bow area for bow season, make sure you shoot broadheads with your arrows or boats, so that way you know you're on target. And we owe it to these animals to be that way. So right here, here's the target I'm aiming at. It's a fake 3D half target, whatever you want to call it. And there's a black spot right in the center of the screen. That's what I'm aiming for, folks. And here it comes, right there. You can see it's 2 inches to the right. I'm adjusting it, trying to reset it so that way it'll be right on target. So that way when I do get out to 40 yards, I'm right there where I'm supposed to be, and it's in line of what I'm aiming at. And there we go. We got it about a ½ inch to the right. And that's not too shabby, I think, personally. So this next shot, after adjusting my sights, I end up hitting my limb on my camera tripod. And you'll see it here. The camera, as you see, flopped around. Folks, take note of that. Just a little bit of tapping against the thing, throw that boat off that bad. There you go, folks. I hope you enjoy my little video that I'm editing and getting out there for you guys. I hope I do a pretty good job with showing you the ups and downs about this crossbow, and maybe help you out to purchase one for either just targeting, or maybe for using it for hunting or backup. And that's what I'm planning on using it. The reason I this weekend is because my son, I'm going to let him use my big crossbow, so that way he can get out and we can get some bow hunting in. And I'm going to use this one. So, but anyways, one little tip before I cut you guys loose. These are his arrows, well, boats as they call them. And I noticed when I went to go grab them, because I don't have a whole lot of boats here at the house. I have enough for my big crossbow. And so I thought, well, he's got these, I'll borrow these. And he has some broadheads. But when your veins, especially the rubber ones here, if you got problems where they're all funkified, messed up and everything from laying down on the ground or laying down on flat surface, take a heat gun, folks, put it over it, just barely go over it and everything. It'll eventually, that vein, this rubber vein, will sit right back up the way it's supposed to be. That is a good little tip out there for you guys. That's what I learned just a little bit ago. I was thinking, well, if you can do it to a car that has plastic on it and it pops in place, why not apply a little heat and see what it does? And you can either do a heat gun or take scalding water, dunk it down in a scalding water, a cup of scalding water. It'll turn around, bring that vein right back to the shape that it's supposed to be. So that's a little tip that you guys can use out there. So with that being said, I just want to thank you guys for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you for wanting to subscribe. If you haven't, please do so. And tell a friend, family, and neighbor about it, folks. I surely would appreciate it. And like I always say, God bless and good luck to you upcoming hunting, fishing, camping here in 2022, folks. We will catch you guys till next time.
Ahead I doesn't see the one and only hunting, fishing, camping, because it's big down that door.